And they gathered from everywhere. And they were finish the preaching, the healings, the miracles, the signs, and the wonders. We announced the second night. Look at them on the ground. Next day, we're meant to go for the welfare that you saw. After we have done commanding the day at 3 a.m., 3 a.m. their time, we're meant to go for the welfare that you saw. This welfare. And then the securities told us to hold on. Now, 2 days before we went, exactly 2 days before our arrival, there had been a terror attack 1,500 kilometers away from where we were, but in the same country, where a whole train was captured and all of that. So there was more like a security alert on in the nation before we arrived. And then they gave us, in addition to the visa, they added something they call a no objection certificate from the government. That is, we don't have any objection to these people coming or what they came to do. No objection. Wow. And then approved 2 days of crusade. In the history of their country, said, you don't do crusades for 2 days, 2 days on one spot. No. They approved it for us. What a favor. And then when the first night happened, and everywhere, you didn't see the crowd. People were sitting on the floor. People were standing by the road. People were hanging everywhere. When that first night happened, and we announced everybody to come on the second night with so and so.
This was the moment that Pastor Paul Enech was in Pakistan for a crusade. I must commend him on this aspect. I know I've faulted him in so many occasions, but in this very one, I must commend him, because many pastors, many churches have remained within the confine of the comfort, looking for customers from one church that is just opposite them to the other. You are a believer in a particular church. You are looking for a customer from Redeem to come to your own church, or you are in Deeper Life. You are eyeing someone in Chosen to move from Chosen to your own church. That is looking for customer in the same vineyard, instead of you taking the light that you have as a city that is lifted up to places that are far, far beyond, to people who have been facing persecutions, to people who are surrounded by all manner of persecutions, people of different faiths, people that are suffering, are subject under the name of Christ. In far land, Middle East, this is commendable. One must praise him for taking that bold step. I know he could not conclude the crusade. That is to tell you how the terrain is. The terrain is not for comfort. It's not for people who sit down in their parlor with AC, with Italian suits, Brazilian hair, Italian cover shoe, came in with the limousine and the rest of them, and that is not Christianity. No, you need to go out. There are far places that people are yearning for your support, yearning for your ministration, yearning for outreach, yearning for crusade. These are places that you can reach and you will be blessed. You will know that definitely your heart is for God. So I must commend Paul Enech for this milestone. I can see the crowd, the videos are there, the evidence is clear. God bless you for that. We're going to play further so that we'll hear the things that happened during the course of the crusade.
By the next day, the securities and safety of the securities came to us and said we should hold on. And they needed to be sure that everything is security cleared before we could go for that welfare administration. End of the day, they did not guarantee our going. So they said we should hold on and wait for the evening session. And so I told myself, I said, if this afternoon session, which is a smaller meeting in the daytime, they cannot guarantee our going, is it the evening? And then I saw two concerns. Number one, safety. If this kind of crowd showed up first night, and they saw the things they saw, and we say, come the next day, and the crowd multiplied 2-3 times, where do you keep the people? How do you prevent people trampling themselves? And then, of course, the country was already on security alert, so security concern, so we're waiting. And by the time they came back to us, they said, the meeting may only hold at another venue if there is a possibility of another venue, but not that venue. Wow. It was impossible to dismantle stage, dismantle light, dismantle sound, dismantle everything, and look for another venue and take everything there. Those kind of setups take at times 48 hours, 24, 48 hours to set up. So the conclusion is the meeting was not going to hold. And so we had a ministers' conference the next day. And I therefore said, instead of waiting the next day, because I won't feel good that the evening came and we are not at the crusade and I'm in this town. Let's hold the ministers' conference today within the next 2 hours. So that meeting you saw the pastors gather was 2 hours notice. And they gathered from every